But then we get to see more of what's happening in Ambazonia, and we see the assimilation tactics has only rendered Ambazonian infrastructure dilapidated and leaving people without access to basic amenities, including hospitals. The Cameroonian medical community is in mourning following the tragic death of a doctor, Dr. Mbengono Barbara Nancy Hilary Epsi Etundi, a 33-year-old resident physician who died during childbirth at the Yaoundé University Teaching Hospital, the CHU, on February 4th, 2026. Now, the circumstances surrounding her death had sparked widespread outrage and raised serious questions about the quality of care at the hospital. According to reports, Dr. Mbengono's assigned doctor was unavailable and had delegated her case to a colleague, who in turn entrusted it to student doctors. The situation allegedly descended into chaos when the student doctor struggled to manage a complicated nuchal accord, leading to a rushed cesarean session that was poorly managed and resulted in a massive hemorrhage. Despite efforts to save her, Dr. Mbengono's life could not be saved due to delays in receiving the necessary medical attention, including timely administration of blood bags. Dr. Mbengono was not only a dedicated physician, but also a prominent figure in French Cameroon's medicine at the time of her death. She was the president of the Association of Residents and Interns of the Yaoundé Faculty of Medicine, that is the ARMIS, and a specialist in training in hepatogastroenterology. Her passing has been met with shock and grief from her peers, who described it as an unbearable paradox that a caregiver could succumb to such circumstances in the very institution where she should have received the highest standard of care. Now, the Cameroon Medical Council has launched an inquiry into the incident, and the public is eagerly awaiting answers. But then, Dr. Mbengono is dead, and her death has highlighted the need for improved medical care and protocols at the Yaoundé University Teaching Hospital. And it remains to be seen whether the authorities will take concrete steps to prevent such tragedies in the future. And while we're looking at another case of negligence and lack of competence, we see the Youth Day celebration that Barrister Mbesia just talked about. Across much of Amazonia, National Youth Day, it is once again unfolding not as a celebration, but as a carefully staged performance. While the official date of commemoration is February 11th, videos are already circulating from Bamenda, Kumba, Nkambe, and surrounding areas, which show march-past parades already being conducted on February 10th, a full day ahead of schedule. The early staging appears less about celebration and more about securing footage for broadcast before the day itself is widely boycotted. Now, we see on the ground that it is an open reality that most indigenous Southern Cameroonians do not observe the Youth Day. Years of war, displacement, school shutdowns, and militarization have stripped the event of meaning for communities who see it as a symbol of an imposed state rather than national belonging. Anticipating that February 11th will be largely ghosted, administrative authorities have resorted to hurried rehearsals and recordings, largely involving French Cameroonians living in southern Cameroon and school children mobilized under pressure. The objective is clear: to manufacture images of participation that can be aired nationally as evidence of normalcy and unity. Even as the streets themselves tell a different story, parents report unease and quiet resistance, while many youths remain absent, either displaced, disengaged, or unwilling to take part in a ritual they do not identify with. In Amazonia, Youth Day has long ceased to be a celebration. Instead, it has become an annual exercise in optics, a window dressing meant to conceal the political reality that the territory remains in conflict and its people remain steadfast in their rejection of forced assimilation. The early parades of February 10th only reinforce what many already know: when a people truly believe When people truly know and believe in a cause, no rehearsal is needed and no celebration has to be staged ahead of time to appear real.